We will take up another case of PIL, that is public interest litigation, which is given in your textbooks on page 61. Now, you can see in figure 1, yes, in 2001, a drought occurred in Rajasthan and Odisha. Drought means no rainfall, where millions of people faced shortage of food. And then you see in the next figure that the state government godowns are full of grains and they are being eaten up by rats. So you can see in the third figure, an organization called People Union of Civil Liberties filed a PIL in the High Court and stated that the fundamental right to life guaranteed in Article 21 also includes right to food, and the state governments are giving the excuse that they do not have funds, but they can see that the godowns are overflowing with grains. So the Supreme Court heard this case and then directed the states to provide food to all, also provide employment, provide grains at a cheaper rate in ration shops, provide midday meals to children, and it also appointed two food commissioners to report to the implement of the government schemes. So this is another case of PIL, which guarantees speedy justice to all. Now, children, there have been judgments which have gone against the interest of the common people. Not always the judgment is in favor and interest of the common people. For example, we will see the seizing of the establishment and shops in Delhi, which threw thousands of people out of employment. And people came out on the streets, held demonstrations, and observed strikes and burns against the ruling of the court. Similarly, we see the judgment on the eviction of slum dwellers and juggies in Delhi and Mumbai, which have been very unpopular. And another example I'll give you, in 2000, the Supreme Court ordered all the buses flying in Delhi to convert to CNG. And this resulted in strikes by bus owners, and causing a lot of inconvenience to lakhs of daily commuters. So after hearing and many hearings and orders by the court, eventually the court gave an order that the buses have to be converted to CNG mode. So with this judgment, it was an unpopular judgment which did not serve the larger interest of the society. But we'll take up another case in which the courts have tried to protect the livelihood of the slum dwellers. One such case is Olga Teles, which is an NGO, versus Mumbai Municipal Corporation. Now the Mumbai Municipal Corporation decided to evict the slum dwellers and the people living on the pavements. So after hearing the case, the judgment was passed and the court tried to protect the livelihood of the slum dwellers. Now what did the Supreme Court say? He says that now if you are removing somebody who's taking away his shelter, which means he'll be living like a life of an animal. So life means without that mainly a animal existence. So livelihood means that a person must have three basic needs: food, clothing, and shelters. So the judges argued that eviction from the pavement or slum means depriving the poor of livelihood who cannot afford to live anywhere else. You see the poor who live in the slums and pavements take up jobs in surrounding areas to survive. So if they are evicted from the slums or pavement, which results in the loss of jobs and finally in their livelihood. So this is how the judges connected right to livelihood to be a part of right to life. So this was in favor of the interest of the common people. Children, we come to the last part of your chapter, and you can see this phrase, justice delayed is justice denied. And this is one of another issue that affects the common people to access the courts. Now what does this phrase mean? I'll give you a small example for this. Now suppose there's a person called Ramu who owns a small plot of land in which he grows crops for his own family needs. And the zamindar of this village forcefully captures his land in order to make a multi-story building there. Now Ramu files a case in the court, and after filing the case, there are repeated dates for hearing, a lot of money spent, paperwork, lawyers, and since he is uneducated, he is totally dependent on what the lawyers tell him. There are travel bills, and because he was living in the village, he had to go to the city now and then to hear the case. So this was taking a toll on Ramu's health, and this case carried on for 15 years, and in this process Ramu lost his wife. Now after that, after some more years of this hearing, he had now no money left to fight the case, nor did he have the energy, so he decided to give it up. So you see actually what this means, that the long number of years that the court takes to give justice leads to justice delayed is justice denied. Okay, so if the justice is not given in time, it means you have denied the person of his justice. However, in spite of all this, there is no denying that judiciary has played a very crucial role in our democratic India, serving as a check on the powers of the executive and the legislature, as well as in protecting the fundamental rights of the citizens. So you see the members of the Constituent Assembly, how nicely they have framed the Constitution, giving us an independent judiciary by separation of powers, and as one of the key features of our democracy.